getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys in the stream, being a part here once again on the channel tonight as we get the Battle of New York going down in NBA action. The New York Knicks on the road to take on the Brooklyn Nets. And the Knicks, as of late, are rolling winners of their previous 9 of 11 games for New York since the OG Anunoby trade to begin the new year to get the second best record in the NBA since January 1st, behind the Cavs at 8-1. Since the start of the year. For Brooklyn, they've been struggling as of late. Come into this game just 2-7 in the new year. For the Nets, 17-25 overall, as they're playing this game on their home floor tonight at the Barclays Center. And the Knicks moving up in the standings, up to 5th in the East at 26-7 overall, 26-17 overall this season. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And quite a busy day out there for news today in the basketball world. Shocking news going down this afternoon. Head coach Adrian Griffin of Milwaukee fired, and they're going to have to find a new head coach there. For what I've been hearing, it looks very likely it's going to be Doc Rivers, it looks like. So, Adam asking me who do I think is going to replace Adrian Griffin. I think very likely it's going to be Doc Rivers to do so, for what I've been hearing. Lucas in the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Jeffrey, welcome aboard. Yeah, I just saw that a couple moments ago. Adrian Beltre got into the Baseball Hall of Fame. I saw Todd Helton, his name was on the list too. That got inducted tonight into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And crazy stuff going on throughout the NBA. We had a trade today. Terry Rozier boosted up the Heat right now, able to help out their offense, coming off a career best so far, 23 points per game, as Terry Rozier got traded from Charlotte to Miami, and he got swapped for Kyle Lowry, who's probably going to get bought out. But Lowry got traded from the Heat over to Charlotte. That's a big trade there for Miami. Puts them right towards contender status once again, because they always show up for the playoffs for the Heat. So I know a lot of people, like, their regular season standings-wise doesn't really reflect how hard they go in the playoffs. And Terry Rozier, he plays hard. That's a really good pickup, I feel like, for the Heat there, to get Terry Rozier coming off a career best 23 points per game currently this season. Hockey from home, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. We're going to tip off in, I believe, 3 or 4 minutes from now. This is a TNT national TV game today, so usually the tip-offs for TNT are around like 7:34, 7:35, so it's going to be coming up shortly here. Thanks so much, everybody, for your patience on the channel. If you guys are new or back on for the first time tonight, make sure to smash that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. OG Anunoby making the Knicks as of late looking unstoppable. Their defense, number 3 in the NBA, and it's been paying off big time with a trade that they got OG right at the end of 2023. 9-2 record for New York. They get the second best winning percentage right now in 2024, behind Cleveland by a game. And it's been the opposite for Brooklyn. That's been just really struggling for Brooklyn. 109 points per game they're averaging in the new year. Their offense is just really sputtered out. They got the 3rd worst record right now in 2024 for Brooklyn. That's only ahead of Washington and Detroit, the 2 worst teams in the league. Yeah, just that's just a terrible firing right there by Milwaukee today. Welcome in, Alex, in the stream. Like, you go 30-13, tied for the second best record in the league. Played a close game last night against Detroit, but you fire a head coach mid-season. Like, I thought it would have happened at the end of the year, considering like how poor the defense is. But I don't think if you bring in a new head coach, like, I don't think you can even fix the defense, because Damian Lillard on the defensive side of the floor, I mean, they swapped Drew for Dame, and that's what you're gonna get right there. It's just horrendous defense. At least the Bucks can score it all they want, but just just I don't know how you fix that. Like, it just comes shocking to me. Like, that's more on the players than the coach. I guess there must have been some other sort of drama going down there with I heard before inside the NBA was talking about there was some stuff going on with the offseason that like Bobby Portis wasn't really happy about, like Adrian Griffin and his coaching concepts and stuff. Like, feel like a lot of tension going on in Milwaukee for them this season. Hey, what's good? Jack City in the stream. Charliza, welcome in. Andrew, glad to have you back in. Yeah, a lot of rumors out there that Doc Rivers is going to be back in coaching, coming back to coach for the Bucks now to take that job. Mario, welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining in. The Knicks up to number 5 right now in the Eastern Conference. 9-2 in their previous 11 games, taking on Brooklyn. Brooklyn just 2-8 in their last 10 games for the Nets here to battle New York tonight. Got the local teams facing each other here, bringing back the close rivalries between these two teams in the region next to each other. And also the Lakers take on the Clippers tonight, so they get that number right there. And they've been rolling with OG in the lineup. They are 9-2 since the start of the new year for New York. New York going with the white jerseys tonight in this matchup for the Knicks, and the Nets have been on the opposite side of the spectrum, looking to turn things around tonight for Brooklyn. They've lost the last 10 out of 12 games for Brooklyn. They've only got a better record in this new year than the Wizards and the Pistons right now. So this is a starting 5 tonight. Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, and Jericho Sims gets the start in place of Isaiah Hartenstein, who's ruled out tonight for this game for New York. And then Brooklyn starters: Spencer Dinwiddie, Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Nick Claxton, the starting 5 for Brooklyn. Last time these two teams met up, Brooklyn was limited to just 36% shooting. That was a Knicks win on the road at Brooklyn before OG got traded to the team. That was 121-120 the final score on December the 20th. The Knicks won by 19. So here we go, about to tip off. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. The Knicks going left to right on the floor. Brooklyn going right to left here in a battle. New York tonight, second time these two teams will face up against each other this season. Nick Claxton at midcourt alongside Jericho Sims getting the start in place of Hartenstein tonight. And here we go. As the ball is up and we are underway. And New York controls the opening tip. Knicks left to right on the floor. Brunson puts the ball into the hands of DiVincenzo. Sends it on top to Randle. Outside of Brunson. Brunson guarded by Bridges. Gets around the screen. Dribbles up. Kick out to the corner. Right baseline dribble. OG has it now at the low block. Takes the jumper for 2. No good. Around the rim and out. And Claxton collects the defensive rebound. First possession now for Brooklyn tonight. Spencer Dinwiddie towards his right at the elbow. Sends it off to the top to Claxton. Towards his left. Handoff over to Cam Johnson. Swings it out left wing. Finney-Smith bumped into by Randle. No call. Out to the top. 3 ball. It's good. That's made by Cam Johnson straight away from downtown. Good start right there for Brooklyn. Able to find their stroke. Sharp shooter with Cam Johnson. DiVincenzo at the left wing, guarded by Johnson. Moves it on top to Sims, into the hands to Brunson now. Fires the pass to his left. OG dribbles up. OG missed the first shot from the floor. Left baseline dribble. Lost it off the crossover, but that basketball drifted off the hands of Nick Claxton on the bounce, so it will stay New York ball. Inbound to the corner for New York. I heard he was dealing with like an Achilles soreness injury for him, so he was close to being ready. Game time decision, but rolled out today for Hartenstein. Missed jumper. That missed terrible right there. Really poor missed shot skidded off the top of the glass by Julius Randle. Cam Johnson dribble drive down the lane inside, right to the cup with a left-handed layup. All 5 so far by Johnson in this game for Brooklyn. Knicks take it past midcourt. Third possession now today. Jalen Brunson into the hands to Randle. Gonna look to see if they can string together better quality possessions than their first 2 shots that they missed. DiVincenzo guarded at the Barclays Center logo. DiVincenzo jacks up the three over Finney-Smith, drills it. That's a big shot right there by DiVincenzo from downtown, puts it to a 2-point game. 2 minutes in action so far. Brooklyn with a possession. Dinwiddie up the floor. Sends it on top. Claxton towards his left off the dribble. Handoff Cam Johnson. And we get a whistle here. It's going to be a foul picked up away from the basketball. Charging the Knicks. First personal foul picked up by Brunson. Inbound for Brooklyn. Handoff. The pass gets floated out to the right corner. Johnson, bounce pass, almost stole away by OG, but able to pick it up was Bridges. Elevates for the J, connects on it. Inside the key, good for two. That was almost a blown possession right there for Brooklyn, but able to make the most out of it and get the bucket. Joe, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. It's kind of like rough out there weather-wise. We got like freezing rain turning into ice and snow and some sleet. Yeah, it's not supposed to be much, though. I think we're only supposed to get, like, a coating to 1. Hey, what's good? Ron in the stream. Welcome in. Inbound here for New York. Randall lobs it off to Sims, top of the free throw circle. Sims gives it off to Brunson. Brunson, handoff Randall. Drives downhill to the rim, missed the layup. Jericho Sims with a putback with a two-handed dunk. Explosive there at the rim. Picked them up from the Texas Longhorns, where he played college hoops for Jericho Sims. Dinwiddie sends it on top. Here's a three straight away. Missed off the mark. No good by Finney-Smith. And Brunson collects the defensive rebounds. Knicks down by 2 with the basketball. 18-0 record this season against teams with a record below 500. They've taken care of those games. They struggled, though, against teams with a record of 500 or greater. They are 8-17. Brunson, leaner inside the key. Gets to the fall. It's good. 7-7 now. Handoff Finney-Smith. Dribble drive inside. Bridges, fall away. Missed off the glass. Offensive rebound, Finney-Smith. Bounce pass right corner. Bridges with a three. Off the back rim. Drops in though. Mikal Bridges gets the bounce off the rim 3 times right there. It's good for the 3. Lucky bounce going the way for Brooklyn so far. Good start here for the Nets, as Sims takes it up to the free throw circle. Not a jump shooter, as he's left with a lot of space. Into the hands to OG. 15-footer straight away. Swoosh. That's good for OG for 2. Back and forth right now. Approaching 8 minutes left to go in the first. Bridges at the top here for Brooklyn. Bridges guarded by OG. Crossover, almost slipped. Takes the jumper deep too. No good. Skidded off the rim. Claxton comes out with an offensive rebound. Circles around. Outside. Dinwiddie steps into a wide open 3. Bricked it off the back rim, as Randall comes out with a defensive board. New York looking to take the lead. Randall driving downhill. And we get a foul. It's going to be picked up here. Charged to Cam Johnson, as Julius Randle was going into his shooting motion. Johnson went down hard on that possession here. So we see Randle with his drive. Randle trying to go up, and Johnson, might have took a shot right there to the face for Cam Johnson. Let's see Randle going up. Ooh! He got clobbered right there to the left hand of Julius Randle, slapping Cam Johnson in the face after Randle got stripped going up on the shot with a basketball. So Cam Johnson completely irate about the call right now, right to the officials, as Julius Randle slapped him with the left hand. Unintentional to the face after Randle trying to lean in, got stripped off a drive down the lane, and Randle will shoot 2 at the line. Jason, what's good? Welcome back in, man. Yeah, South Carolina's got a really good team this year. That part, welcome in. First one is good. We're tied up at 10 as Randall makes the free throw. We got Uncle Pizzle back in. Yeah, I heard about that. So, Harbaugh, Michigan head coach, is supposed to be potentially taking the Chargers job. I heard that he's been interviewing for that position. Second one's good. Yeah, it went pretty well. That was my first ever time covering swim on Saturday. That was pretty cool. 7:30 left to go in the first right now. Across the court, Finney-Smith over to Johnson. Johnson attacks downhill to the rim, up and through. He got it. +1 coming up at the line. Wow. Man, Cam Johnson, strong drive right there, right to the cup. Contacted by OG, and one coming up. Yeah, that was too close for comfort yesterday with Boston. The free throw is good by Cam Johnson, 13-11. Brooklyn able to respond like that on the board. And Cam Johnson, excellent start, setting the tone for his team so far. He's got himself 8 points out of the 13. Randall, right baseline dribble, tough shot off the leaner, missed off the mark. Johnson collected the defensive rebound. Johnson quick up the floor. Johnson weaves his way, dish out to the wing. Here's a three by Johnson. Swoosh! Cam Johnson connects on it. He's got 11 right now, the same amount of points that the Knicks do as a team. Wow, he has come out. He is on fire right now. That was Dinwiddie who recorded the assist in the timeout taken on the floor by New York. 16-11 right now with 6:49 left to go in the first quarter. Brooklyn on fire. That's a good sign to see if you're a Nets fan out here, because this Brooklyn offense has really stuttered lately, having a lot of trouble scoring, averaging only 109 points per game in the new year. And tonight, led by Cam Johnson, he's been unguarded multiple times so far this game. That's been kind of not the story this year of New York. Their top 3 defense and fewest points allowed, and just forgetting to guard Cam Johnson, and he's been able to make the defense pay so far, taking shots that look like they're on target range. If you guys are doing the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell here as well, as we're to the first time out tonight of this one. And yeah, excellent game so far here. Cam Johnson just carrying Brooklyn. Yeah, a really good pickup right there. Scary Terry from Miami. Everybody always seems to forget that Miami is a legitimate contender, but when the playoffs start, they always remind you about that. So yeah, I would not be shocked if Miami gets back to the conference finals once again, even though they're not at the top of the Eastern Conference. They've been pretty solid though this season. That should be a good game on Thursday. That part with a dono, really appreciate it, man. With a dono, thanks so much, brother. Let's get that dono hype on the stream for that part. Hey Ward, what's good? Welcome in, man. Yeah, crazy night last night in the NBA. So Phoenix, they were down by 20. They came back and they won against Chicago last night. Kevin Durant had more than 40 points yesterday in that game. So yeah, KD's still balling out. He's still playing, and he put up massive numbers last night in a massive come-from-behind win against Chicago, but that wasn't even close to what some of the top scorers were scoring last night. Joel Embiid, the wild stat, Joel Embiid dropped down 70 yesterday. It's insane. You know how many, if you didn't look at his box score, the shooting numbers, you know how many threes he made? 1. He made just 1 3 yesterday. That's wild. He scored 70 points on just 1 made 3, and he went, I believe it was 24 for 42 from the floor shooting. He made 24 field goals yesterday from the floor. That's insane. And then the crazier thing that happened yesterday was Karl Anthony Towns. Cat dropped down 62 for Minnesota yesterday, and they still lost. The rest of the team basically was held to single digits. Yeah, Anthony Edwards, he had double-digit assists yesterday, but he didn't score much at all yesterday for Edwards, so that was shocking. Nobody else was able to put up points. It was basically Cats from yesterday's game dropping down 62, and they still lost, which is just unheard of. As we come back from the timeout, Brunson takes the J, swishes it at the elbow. Down low, missed shot at the rim, no good by Johnson. Johnson's balling out so far with 11. Here's a 3 quick up the floor. DiVincenzo missed off the mark. Finney Smith collects the defensive rebound. Charles, welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you back in. Yep, James Harden still out there. Skip pass, left corner. Into the hands to Mikal Bridges. Bridges bounce pass over to Claxton. Claxton, 10 on the shot clock, floats it across the floor. Intercepted by Anunoby. Cat here. Up the floor. They floated up over the top. Jericho Sims missed the slam dunk off the alley-oop opportunity there by Randall. Wow, he had 15 attempted threes. That's insane for Cat. Missed 3 by Bridges right back as DiVincenzo collected the board. Down by 3, looking to cut it. Randall bounce pass off to Sims. Pro hop underneath. Oh, nice. Find right there. Able to score off the pro hop. It's good for 2. 16 of 15. He just was able to split between 2 defenders there by Jericho Sims to get to the rim. Claxton lobs it down low. Bridges with possession. Bridges couldn't finish off the glass too strong. Knicks come up with a basketball. Brunson at the wing, moves it on top off the DiVincenzo. He will slow it down here for New York. DiVincenzo drives left corner, swings it off to Randall. Bounce past DiVincenzo, out to Randall. Bobbled it, stepped out of bounds with it. It's a turnover. So a little bit antsy right there on that possession as it will go right back over to Brooklyn. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I heard about that too. He got benched yesterday late in that game. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I heard about that. So Monday Night Raw starting 2025, it's going to go to Netflix. That's the whole new... Basically, it's all streaming right now, so all the big cable providers are in deep, deep trouble in the future because everything is going streaming, as we see with sports, Amazon Prime, NFL, airing games on. Swoosh, as Royce O'Neal comes off the bench, drills a triple for Brooklyn. The score is 19 of 15. Yeah, Amazon Prime now a couple of years doing NFL coverage for Amazon Prime for streaming services, and then this year they started off with a Big Ten on Peacock with a new conference subscription over to Peacock that they have going on starting this year as well, as Jalen Brunson gets the layup. Kick out left corner, Bridges, left baseline dribble, Bridges floats up the shot in the key, tough shot, missed off the mark, offensive rebound, Finney-Smith, turnaround, blocked by Sims, batted to the perimeter, back it goes to Bridges though. O'Neal at the corner, O'Neal shovels the pass out, right corner, open 3, Dinwiddie, that is well off the mark, no good, as Randall came up with the rebounds. 3 opportunities right there by Brooklyn and just couldn't put it into the bucket. Randall backs his way, moves it out left corner, into the hands DiVincenzo, left baseline dribble, DiVincenzo, bounce pass, not enough mustard on that ball as it gets picked off by Bridges. And Brooklyn with it, under 4 minutes left to go in the first. This game's moving fast so far, missed 3 by Bridges off the front rim as Randall collected the defensive rebounds. Not many whistles, not many free throws so far. Randall goes up, Randall. And there we go, right on cue, contacted and fouled. Yeah, no problem, Jeffrey. Feel free to stop by when you have a chance there, man. So after a red-hot start for Cam Johnson, he's been cooling off. He's got 11 still. After that, Bridges with 5, 3 by O'Neal. That's how the points have been distributed so far, between 19 combined, 11, 5, and 3. And then New York, more of balance. Everybody in the starting 5 has scored so far. First one's good. Josh Hart going to check in first time tonight. Looks like OG will head towards the bench, so OG substitutes out. Hart comes in. Looks like we're going to take a timeout first, though. Okay, so 19-18, New York burns a timeout right now as Brooklyn, New York was able to crawl within 1 at the free throw line. Check that. Brooklyn took the timeout. Yeah, Brooklyn took the timeout on the New York free throws. Yeah, that should be a good one there. Hopefully PC is able to bounce back. Seton Hall, though, they've been playing out of their mind. That's a tough game tomorrow. Quick update here. Only other game going on in the NBA is there's only 5 tonight that's playing total, but there's one right now that's in progress. That's the Pacers hosting the Nuggets, and the Pacers leading right now 51-40. in a home game against Denver. So we'll keep you guys posted. Top of the hour, tipping off between the Jazz and Pelicans, same as the Blazers at Thunder. The Blazers against the Thunder, they played each other earlier this month, and the Thunder crushed the Blazers by 62. A lot of good games for college hoops. I'll be covering college hoops tomorrow with a great matchup, Iron Bowl matchup for college basketball. It will be Auburn taking on Alabama tomorrow for an excellent SEC matchup. Right now for college basketball games going on, though, currently Oklahoma, they were down early. They came back, and they're leading right now against Texas, 33-32, Oklahoma at the half. Wisconsin up over Minnesota, 34-24 at halftime. Duke's leading Louisville at the half, 45-34. The Dayton Flyers looking for redemption from 4 years ago, that 2020 season that they were a top 5 team, but they would be topping, and then the tournament get canceled, on pace for the 1 seed. Right now, Dayton ranked up at number 16 right now. They keep on moving up in the rankings, low-key, one of the hottest teams in America, and they're leading LaSalle 48-42 at the moment. Basically, that's it in terms of ranked games going on. There's a lot of teams in the bubble right now playing against each other. I'll go over the bubble here in just a moment. Hey, what's good? Jay Ramirez, welcome in. Glad to have you back in, man. Syracuse has worked their way up to the bubble. Right now they're losing, though, against Florida State in a home game, 35-34 entering half. Pitts, they got still work to do for them, but they're coming off a massive win at Duke on Saturday. But right now, Pitt's leading Georgia Tech 31-27. And then Nebraska, right now they're in the brackets currently for Nebraska, leading Ohio State. Massive game for the bubble. Nebraska's up 43-35 at halftime over Ohio State. Ohio State's a bubble team right now that's on the outside looking in. Same as Butler. Butler taking care of business tonight, leading Georgetown 60-49. And then UCF, they're still miles away from the bracket for UCF, but just randomly, they got some pretty good wins for them. They beat Kansas. Also, West Virginia beat Kansas, too, on Saturday, which is crazy. But right now, UCF crushing West Virginia 37-24. So those are games that's going on currently right now for college hoops. Actually, I don't have a reported score because there's Kentucky, South Carolina also playing in there. But my website didn't get it up, so I'm just going to check out what the score of that one is, too. I'll bring that one up. That's a really good game. South Carolina's out to a really good season for them this year. The free throw is good. As we come back from the timeout, 19-19. 3.5 left to go remaining in the first quarter. South Carolina's leading Kentucky at the half, 33-25. That's a top 30 defense, with South Carolina going up against Kentucky, the top offense in all college basketball, and they limited Kentucky to just 25 at halftime. That's like an impressive sleeper type of team right there for South Carolina this year. 15-3, and they're unranked. Like, people were ranking Ole Miss last week. That was the wrong team to rank in the SEC. South Carolina's looking really good for them. Step back jumper, Cam Thomas drills the 2, and it's 21-19 Brooklyn. Under 3 minutes left to go in the first. Randall moves it out on top off the Sims. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson turns the corner at the elbow. Has space. Takes the jumper. Missed off the mark. Tipped up by Sims, but tipped it over to Bridges, who came up with the basketball for Brooklyn. Bridges drives. Has an opening here. Downhill. Right to the rim. Scores. Up and through for the bucket. 23-19 for the Nets. And Brooklyn showing something in this game. Getting downhill. Getting to the rim. Brunson. Crossover at the left wing perimeter. He is working one-on-one on one defender, floats up the shot, banks it home, up and in off the glass. That's Dennis Smith Jr. that he was able to get the shot to fall over for Jalen Brunson. Quick jumper up in the air, misfire no good off the back rim there by the Nets. DiVincenzo came up with a defensive rebound. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, but I guess the positive outlook for Dayton is that every single team that had their run ruined, basically, that was on the verge of being like a top seed as Julius Randle makes the jumper, every single team got their revenge in future tournaments, and maybe this year it'll be the deep run for the Dayton Flyers this year. Baylor won the championship after COVID in 2021. They were on pace for a 1 seed, same as Kansas back in 2020. Kansas won the championship in 2022. And then San Diego State that year, we were looking at Baylor, Kansas on the top seed line alongside San Diego State and Dayton. And San Diego State made it all the way to the national championship game last year. So just crazy that's happened, that 3 out of the 4 projected 1 seeds from that 2020 field for the NCAA tournament, if there had been one, since it was canceled due to COVID, got their redemption, and now we're waiting for his Dayton, and they're one of the hottest teams in the nation right now on a massive win streak for them. 120 left to go in the first, tied up at 23, as Brooklyn drives downhill. Thomas got the shot rejected by Sims out of bounds. It will stay. Brooklyn ball. Yeah, Providence definitely needs to win that game tomorrow, man. Right now, they're one of the last teams, or one of the first teams out of the bracket. Them and Gonzaga are one of the first teams out of the bracket, which, I mean, things are going to get easier and easier for Gonzaga. They'll probably win out and get themselves into the bracket either way. But for Providence, like, here's an opportunity to get some big games and then eventually knock off somebody who should not be in that bracket. If PC can turn it around, they're gonna knock off probably a team like a Northwestern or Wake Forest, who is right now on the borderline for that. First one's good at the free throw line, as we had a technical assessed here on the floor. Looks like charged to Brooklyn. Oh, no, they charged to New York. They had it wrong on the scoreboard, I was going to say, because that was Brooklyn shooting free throws. New York came up with a rebound up the floor here with Hart. Hart attacking downhill, blocked from the side by Finney-Smith. Here goes the Nets up the floor. New York able to get back in transition defense, though. Passing off to the cutter, downhill, right to the rim. They got the layup. Nice straight line cut there by number 28, Dorian Finney-Smith for Brooklyn, as we're down to under 50 seconds left. Impressive start here for the Nets, because they're coming into this game at 2-9 in their previous 11. And Randall, inside the key, takes contact plus the foul. Got it a drop in, and one coming up at the line for Julius Randle. So Randall gets himself now up to 8 points. Yeah, it's just so wide open this year. It's crazy. There's no runaway number 1 team. Like, in the past couple of years, you can spot who the elite teams are. Like, this year, you can't tell. Honestly, there's not much difference between a lot of the teams in the bracket, in my opinion. Like, anybody can win on any given day. It's that close. Like, Villanova almost beat UConn a couple of days ago, and then Seton Hall beat UConn by 15, yet UConn's the number 1 team in the nation. Brooklyn with a steal, taking it coast to coast, and a layup made by Dennis Smith Jr. 2-point lead for the Nets. New York with a shot clock turned off here. Final possession left to go in the first quarter. Miles McBride swings it out to the top. Off to Randall, jab step, Randall dribbles up, Randall at the low block, floats to the shot, missed off the glass, no good. And we close out at the end of the first quarter. 28-26 at the end of one. Rivals, right down the road from each other in NYC, and they're playing each other physical right now through this first quarter of action. 2-point lead for Brooklyn. Yeah, this has been a hard-nosed, tough, physical game that we've got so far. And props to the Nets, how they've been playing, because this is a good start for Brooklyn tonight, forcing New York into misses. Yeah, the Nets have been struggling lately, so for them to get back on track, that is critical right here against their big rival. New York's been playing extremely well. Cohesive lately as a team. Julius Randle, 9 points for him, leading the way. Most of his points, though, coming at the free throw line, where he's a perfect 5 for 5. Struggling to make shots tonight, struggling to finish, where he's just 2 for 7 from the floor. 8 points by Brunson. Brunson shooting 4 for 6 right now. So solid start from him. And Jericho Sims with 4 blocks currently in the first quarter. I thought Porzingis was insane a couple of nights ago. Jericho Sims tonight's flying all over the place. 4 points, 4 blocks, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Incredible start by Jericho Sims there for New York. 3 points by DiVincenzo with a game-opening 3. And then Cam Johnson was red hot to begin. He had 11 points in the first 5 minutes. Still stuck at 11, the top scorer. 7 points by Mikal Bridges right now behind Johnson. Brooklyn hitting their threes. And early on, that was the case with Johnson. They're 4 for 11 from 3. New York going to the 2s, 1 for 2. Or so far from 3-point range. And New York connecting on 9 made 2s so far out of 19 attempts. So yeah, if you guys are new in the stream, feel free to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. Right now, we're just on a timeout currently. Closed out at the end of the first quarter. Pacers leading the Nuggets at halftime, 62-54. Quick update in the college basketball scoreboard right now. Second half has started between Wisconsin and Minnesota. Wisconsin leads 38-34 at Minnesota. Duke up by 11 at halftime over Louisville, 45-34. Oklahoma came back. They're still up at halftime over Texas, 33-32. And then Dayton leading LaSalle tonight, 55-48. And then Kentucky currently starting off the second half of action. South Carolina leading the way right now with under 18 left to go. 37-31, South Carolina up at home over Kentucky. That's a top 30 rated defense with South Carolina. They have the former head coach from Chattanooga that took his team to the NCAA tournament 2 years ago. They came up short. They lost by 1 in the opening round against Illinois 2 years ago. That was an insane game. I remember streaming that one, and that game was just wild. Bridges downhill to the rim, got it swiped out of his hands. It's going to stay Brooklyn ball, though. That was Smith. Yeah, Smith was the one who went downhill, inbound out to the baseline. Cam Thomas floats the pass, right corner. Royce O'Neal open 3, no good, couldn't connect. Anunoby collects the defensive rebound. Up the floor with OG. Looking to see if he can tie with a 2 and take the lead with a 3. OG at the elbow, bounce pass. Down inside the key, and they'll move it back out to the perimeter. Stepping into a 3, missed off the front rim, no good by Quentin Grimes. Battle for the basketball, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by New York. Brooklyn right now bringing the physicality in this game. Nets with possession. Dennis Smith Jr. sends it off to the wing. Elevates for the J. Missed off the back, no good by Lonnie Walker for the Nets. Up the floor, Grimes. Grimes moves it out to the corner. Back at the top of the free throw circle number. With New York here in this possession. Here's a 3 at the right wing. Josh Hart missed off the mark from the handoff by Precious Achiuwa. He was acquired at the trade as well. Smith attacks inside the paint, missed the layup. No good off the mark. It will go directly back to New York. Both of these teams struggling to buy a bucket here. First minute plus of the second quarter. Jumper, free throw circle, McBride. No good off the back rim. Tipped up, offensive rebound. Right back to Achiuwa for New York. The Knicks still have it. Miles McBride dribbles up. Has it now at the low block. Shovels over to Achiuwa. Floats up the shot. Missed off the front rim. And a rebound collected by Nick Claxton. Yeah, just not able to get anything going on for both of these teams offensively lately here. Cam Thomas, he was a walking bucket to begin the start of the season. Step back jumper. Swoosh. He just got it for the 2 right there by Cam Thomas. Good to see him able to get back on the scoreboard for Thomas. He's had just a really streaky season, got out to a red-hot start, but lately he has cooled off for like the past 2 months or so. He has been stone cold for Cam Thomas. Here's a steal by Brooklyn up the floor. Try to thread the needle off to Claxton. The ball out of bounds though. Hey, what's good, Braden? Welcome in. Yep, that was nasty yesterday, that crossover that JB had on Luka. Yeah, I saw that post this morning. Somebody put up something about they turned the whole Booker Luka post. They flipped it where Luka's face turned into Booker, and then they replaced Luka's face with Jaylen Brown yesterday, overlooking at Luka. Corner three made by New York. The draw would have won 30-29. That was sunk down from the outside by Miles McBride. Thomas dribbles, drives, jumper, swoosh. Able to float it up inside the key. Good for two by Cam Thomas. Quick up the floor, McBride right to the rim, scores up and in off the glass. 1 point game right now. Under 9 minutes left to go before halftime as both of these teams pushing up the tempo here. Lonnie Walker sends it off to the left wing into the hands of O'Neal. Now on top off the Thomas, dribble drive. Penetration inside by Thomas and gets bumped into and fouled. It's going to be charged to Josh Hart with a personal foul. So this will be a Brooklyn inbound coming up. Brooklyn by 1. And New York off the inbound makes contact when Miles McBride. So McBride picks up the personal foul. And once again, Brooklyn will have another shot at getting the inbound. Just poor mistake right there. And actually, the referees resulted in, let's see, McBride. Yeah, pushing down Cam Thomas. They rolled out a technical on McBride, actually. So they rolled out a technical on McBride, and then Brooklyn went to the free throw line, sunk down the free throw, plus the inbound right now. Inside the low post, Nick Claxton underneath, puts up the shot. He gets to the drop. It's good for 2 by, they're going to count it here or not. For Claxton, I got 33-31 on the scoreboard. He made it. Looks like the referees must have wiped it off. So, yeah, Nick Claxton, he wiped off the bucket then. 33-31. They wiped off the basket by Claxton. The lob goes to Achua around the perimeter. Achua dribbles up at the low block, guarded by Claxton. Backs his way, low post. Achua floats up the shot. Too strong off the glass. Claxton with a defensive rebound. Claxton quick up the floor here for Brooklyn. Hands it off to Thomas. Floats the pass up over the top. Claxton no good the first time. Second time missed off the glass as well. Back it goes to New York down by 2. The Knicks turn it over up the floor. Outlet pass ahead. Over to Claxton that time. Dunks it down with a two-handed flush. 35-31. There's the bucket by Claxton with under 8 left to go. Up the floor, McBride. McBride heading right towards the bench, and New York will burn a timeout. 35-31 right now. A little bit of a burst of a run by Brooklyn, and New York needs to get their key players back into the game with Brunson and Randall, because right now it's been a little bit of struggles with the ball handling for the Knicks as of late in this game, currently letting Brooklyn to stretch out its lead. Yeah, good to see. This has been a close and competitive game, though, all throughout so far. The Brooklyn Nets struggling in 2024, a record of just 2-9 in the new year. And right now, holding their own up by 4 against New York, which has the second best record in the NBA in the new year at 9-2 so far in 2024. So a good bounce back start here for Brooklyn so far. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Feel free to let me know out in the chat who you guys are rooting for tonight in this game too. Feel free to let me know if it's the Knicks or the Nets tonight that you guys are taking. Tomorrow night, I plan on being back for college basketball. It's going to be my first college basketball stream that I'm covering here on the channel for quite a bit of time. First one in the new year. That will be Auburn taking on Alabama. What should be a great matchup tomorrow at 7:30. James, what's good? Welcome to the stream here, man. Hey, what's good, Jordan? Welcome in. Yeah, that was insane there. The crazy part about Embiid was that he scored 70, yet he only made 1 3. And he made 24 total shots that were twos yesterday for Embiid. I think he went like 24 for 42 from the floor. And then Cat was basically the team yesterday for Minnesota. I looked back at the box score. I was shocked to see Anthony Edwards didn't have many points yesterday in that game. He got double-digit assists. The crazy part about that is that they still lost for Minnesota, and Cat scored 62, and then he got benched with like the final 5 minutes left to go, and they lost against Charlotte, who picked up just win number 10 yesterday. So just crazy night last night with games that were going on. KD finished with over 40 yesterday, and then the game I covered, Jason Tatum had 38, Jaylen Brown had 35 last night, combining for 73. So it was just a monster game, like monster games all around. As yesterday I took a look at my fantasy teams. I got Cat on one team. I had Cat on one team, I had Tatum on another team, Brown on another team, and all those guys got me like around like 65 plus, 70 plus points for fantasy last night. Just crazy. KD, he got me a ton last night. Somebody else too got me a bunch of points, and it was on a high efficiency. Oh, Kobe White. Yeah, Kobe White yesterday went like 11 for 15 from the floor. So even though he didn't have as many as those guys that I just named there, he still got like almost 70 fantasy points last night for Kobe White. So we come back to action right now. 4-point game, under 8 minutes left to go before halftime. Brunson back on the floor. Brunson takes the three, drills it. That's what he can do with his impact when he comes back on the floor. It's a 1-point game. Jalen Brunson up to now 11, the first Knick tonight in double figures. Thomas moves it out to his right. O'Neal passes left corner into the hands of Brooklyn with Smith Jr. as he flings it, and it got deflected out of bounds. That was Lonnie Walker who had it for a moment. It got deflected out, last touch by New York. Hey, what's good? Darren on the stream, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Brooklyn gets the inbound. Quarter three in the air. Missed off the mark. No good by Smith. Battle for the rebound as Brooklyn gets it back on the offensive rebounds. Crossover. Step back three. Lonnie Walker came up short. And it got knocked out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal for Brooklyn. Yeah, both of these teams starting to get cold with their shots right now. A lot of missed shots off the front rim. New York tonight just 44%. Brooklyn at 36%. So it's been a tough game to get buckets. Brunson, no good. A putback there, though, by Precious Achiuwa for 2. Knicks with a 1-point lead currently. Brooklyn, a little bit of a scoring drought as of late, trying to see if they can get it back in order. Cam Thomas jacks up a tough three, contested. Missed off the rim short. Brunson collects the defensive rebound. Brunson bounce pass transition. OG swooped out of bounds as he got it stripped. And this will stay Knicks ball. I have to say the defense has been really good in tonight's game here. Excellent defense between these two teams. And that's what I expected to see. New York came into this game number 3 and fewest points allowed. It's been basically the defense helping win these games by Brooklyn this year. Brooklyn came into tonight's game 28th in field goal shooting efficiency. Brunson inside the key, floats it up, puts it through. It is good, plus the foul. Starting to take over this game for Jalen Brunson right now. He leads the way for New York with 13. One shot here coming up at the line by Brunson. And the free throw bounces in. So currently 4-point game, 6.5 left to go before halftime. 14 now on the board for Brunson, part of an 8-zip run by the Knicks. Last minute and 20. Brooklyn with possession, as they will dribble drive down the lane inside. Throws it down off the soaring dunk by Dorian Finney-Smith. 39-37. Approaching the 6-minute mark left to go before half here. Brunson backs his way on Dennis Smith Jr. Brunson, crossover, takes the three at the wing, comes up short. Cam Johnson there for the defensive rebound. Cam Johnson got out to an excellent start, 11 points, yet the score ever since O'Neal just bulldozes his way inside and just blows right past Achua to the cup for two with a layup. Tie game now, 39-39. And New York will burn a timeout here on the floor. Royce O'Neal, strong bucket, just bulldozing Achua downhill to get to the rim. Alright, so right now we go in this timeout. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This has been a good one so far tonight. And feel free to let me know who you guys like tonight in this game here, Knicks or Nets. Right now, since we're on this timeout, at the start of the year, I recently subscribed over to YouTube TV so I could catch all the NBA action this season over on YouTube TV. If you're looking for an excellent streaming provider, and if you're looking to access NBA games here along with other sports events and other TV shows, feel free to subscribe over to YouTube TV. If you like to save $116 on YouTube TV, then I got a good option here right for you. Feel free to check out my YouTube TV refer a friend link if anybody's interested in subscribing over to YouTube TV. My refer a friend link is listed in the description of this video. It's also pinned to the chat as well. And also I got that in the QR code at the bottom right corner of the screen if anybody's interested in starting off with a new TV provider for to subscribe over to if you haven't done so already with YouTube TV and you're interested in subscribing over. All you have to do to save is you'd save $116 through my QR link or clicking the link in the chat or the description with my YouTube TV refer a friend link. But YouTube TV, it offers more than 100 live channels. That includes NBA TV, ESPN, TNT, the NFL Network, Fox Sports 1, Big Ten Network, SEC Network, ACC Network, also many other channels as well, where you can catch all your live sports at, and plus your favorite TV shows and movies also, alongside NBA League Pass, which is an extra add-on over on YouTube TV. Extra cost there. It's available in the United States only. No contract or hidden fees. You can cancel anytime. A limited time offer. So right now, 39-39 at the moment. Right now, we're still actually on timeout here currently. Only 5 games going on in the association tonight. The Pacers leading the Nuggets 64-61. Jamal Murray's got 23 right now for Denver, as they are under 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter in that game. A couple other games tipped off recently, though. Pelicans lead the Jazz 18-14. The Blazers looking for a much better showing tonight against the Thunder than earlier this month. OKC crushed the Blazers by 62. But right now, OKC leading Portland 21-12. Okay, so here we go. We're about to get ready to go back to action. 5:45 left to go. Inbound for New York. Knicks going left to right on the floor. Jalen Brunson, Jericho Sims, Quentin Grimes, Julius Randle, and Josh Hart, the 5 on the floor. Brunson drives, floats up the shot, draws the contact here, and he gets fouled. So 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Jalen Brunson as he targets Royce O'Neal. And O'Neal picks up the shooting foul. Jalen Brunson taking over this game as of late. He'll have 2 shots. First one's good. South Carolina's looking really good. 50-40 right now with around 12 minutes left to go between South Carolina and Kentucky. Kentucky trailing by 10 against South Carolina. Second shot's good by Brunson. Brunson's got 16. He's got 8 in each of the quarters right now for Jalen Brunson. He's the game leader. Bridges, dribble drive, down the lane inside, scores. Backdoor, up and off the backboard. 41-41 right now. New York with possession. Brunson dribbles past midcourt. Guarded down the far side of the floor by Dennis Smith Jr. Swings it across the court over to Randall. Randall at the right wing perimeter, guarded by Johnson, 1-on-1. Switched, guarded by Claxton now. Brings along a double team. Randall, kick to the corner. 3 in the air. Grimes, swoosh. He dials up the 3 ball by Quentin Grimes, and the Knicks take the 3-point lead. Nets with a 3, quick up the floor. Missed off the mark, no good by Bridges. Offensive rebound for a moment, able to tip it over as they'll go a cross-court pass here. Quarter 3, Bridges got it. 44-44, what an answer by Brooklyn. Mikal Bridges looking to see if he can start to get going in this game right now. He has got himself up to 12, the top scorer for Brooklyn. Crossover, Brunson lost it. Reach and foul, though, picked up, charged to Finney-Smith. So, once again, Finney-Smith commits another personal foul picked up guarding Brunson. That's now going to send an inbound here on the floor for New York. So New York gets the inbound. Randall dribbles, drives right over Finney-Smith, scores up and in off the backboard. 46-44 right now. Brooklyn with a possession. They dribble, drive inside the key, and kiss off the glass, scores. Dennis Smith Jr., it is through for 2 with a bucket. We are going back and forth right now. Under 4 minutes left to go before halftime. DiVincenzo sends it over to Brunson. Brunson at the left wing perimeter. Brunson dribbles up, and he will draw the reach and foul. Brooklyn once again commits a personal foul. It's picked up by Dennis Smith Jr. Yeah, this game's starting to get really choppy right now at the moment. New York gets the inbound. Randall dribbles up inside the key. Randall kick out to the corner. DiVincenzo launches a 3. Missed off the rim. Sims collects the offensive rebound. U14 in the shot clock. Randall up fake. Randall fires the fastball across the floor. Picked up by Hart. Dangerous pass. Hart fall away. Took it. Missed off the front rim. No good. The rebound secured here by Brooklyn. And the Nets will slow down tempo. Pass midcourt with Cam Johnson. Johnson off the Claxton screen. Johnston across the floor, sends it off to Bridges. Bridges guarded by Brunson, 1-on-1. 8 in the shot clock. Bridges bobbled. Bridges will draw the reach and foul. And he will target Jericho Sims, who picks it up. Quick update here on the foul trouble right now. Royce O'Neal and Dennis Smith Jr. both with 2 for Brooklyn. And then for New York, Quentin Grimes has 2 so far this game. Josh Hart has to check out right now. Hart picks up his first personal foul. Inbound for Brooklyn. Tie game up at 46. 2 rivals right down the road taking on each other. The 3 missed at the wing by O'Neal, and Claxton missed the mark on the pass, turns it over. So the Knicks get it back right here. Under 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Brunson. The tie game at 46. Guarded around the perimeter by Claxton. Brunson dribbles up. Brunson floats the shot up over Claxton. Got the bounce. It's good for 2. Jalen Brunson just so quick with his release. It just floats it up right over Nick Claxton as he wasn't able to anticipate it in time. At the top, dribble drive. Royce O'Neal bounce pass left corner. Bridges out to the left wing. He's guarded by OG. 8 on the shot clock. Bridges sends it across the floor. Out to the right corner. It's Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie working on DiVincenzo. Launches the 3. 3 in the shot clock. Bricked off the back rim. No good. Tipped up for the offensive rebound by Cam Johnson. Finney-Smith shovels underneath Claxton. Claxton guarded, lost it. Finney-Smith got it back, deflected, up in the air, intercepted by New York. Here they go, numbers, 3-on-1 up the floor. Randall, no good, tipped over the cylinder, no good as well by DiVincenzo. It goes right back to Brooklyn. Physicality really ramping up here. 2 minutes before halftime, and the pass deflected on the bounce, touched by Brunson. Man, these guys cannot buy a bucket tonight. We see bodies flying all over the place in this game. Though it's been excellent defense, I have to say, throughout most of this game. But, man, bodies just flying all over tonight. Brooklyn gets the inbound. Down by 2. They have the basketball here with Bridges. Bridges, top of the key. 6 in the shot clock. Bridges drives inside the key. Moves to that left corner. Finney-Smith with a 3. No good. Skidded off the rim, and Brooklyn shooting dreadful here in the second quarter from 3. Just 5 for 21 in the game. Missed shots, but the putback's there for 2. Julius Randle up and in. Makes it a 4-point Knicks lead. 1:32 left to go before halftime, and Brooklyn will burn a timeout here. It's been Brick City tonight by the Brooklyn Nets. They came out early on. They were making their shots, and as of late, they cannot find their rhythm. Only 18 points on the board in the second quarter by Brooklyn. Searching for offensive answers. It's been a grind here in the second quarter to get anything going on, low percentage shooting-wise. 39% from the floor currently. Only 2 trips made to the free throw line as well for the Nets in this game, and they're only 5 for 21 from 3. Yeah, once we started, Brooklyn was nailing threes right out of the gate. Cam Johnson hit 2 threes in a row. And this was the first 5 minutes of the game. Brooklyn had 4 made threes in the first approximately 7 minutes. Ever since the last 17 minutes, almost, the last 16 minutes. Yeah, the last 16 minutes for Brooklyn, they've only made 1 3, and they missed a bunch. I think they're like 1 for their previous 15, approximately, from 3. That's how bad it's been from 3-point range. These guys just are tossing up bricks. They're not even close. Like, a lot of them are hitting the front rim, or they're skidding off the back. Like it's not like the threes are, like, rattling out or so. Like, it's not like they're halfway down. Like, these threes are just missing poorly, like, off the back rim consistently, or off the front rim grazing it. So, back to action right now. 1:32 left to go before halftime, and Brooklyn looking for answers right now. Just 5 made threes in this entire game, 5 for 21 from the perimeter. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson perfect, 2 for 2 so far from 3 though. Johnson takes the deep 2, missed off the front rim. The rebound controlled by OG. Just devastating here for Brooklyn. They just cannot buy a bucket as of late. Yeah, looking like Ed Cooley's offense that he has right there. But that should be a big one on Saturday for sure. PC Georgetown, and yeah, interested to see what the PC crowd does for that game there, if they're going to boo Ed Cooley or not when he comes back on Saturday. Turnover committed off the skip pass, sailed out of bounds by New York. Here we go. Final 50 seconds. A 3, swoosh. Finally, somebody makes one. It's Mikal Bridges for Brooklyn. New York slows down tempo. Brunson has it at the Brooklyn logo. Lobs it over to Randall. Possesses the basketball left elbow. Randall backs his way inside the key. Got it stripped. Rolling out. Lost it. Turnover. Sloppy game. Sloppy game. This game has got so sloppy that the camera right now is just focusing on Ben Simmons and his attire that he's got going on with his the furry sweater that he's got right now over on the bench. He sticks out like an eyesore, like the whole Brooklyn bench wearing black and white, and then Ben Simmons over there in tan with shades on. That's what the camera's been focusing on previous couple minutes. They got a couple B-roll shots over on Ben Simmons. Missed jumper at the free throw circle, no good by Brooklyn, and we close out going to halftime. In the modern NBA, this is now a low-score game. 50-49 at halftime in the battle for New York tonight. Both of these teams having a lot of trouble connecting on shots. It's been an excellent physical, defensive, gritty type of game so far between these two rivals. But in terms of shot making, it has just not been there tonight compared to the other games that I've been covering lately with just elite level shot making. 1.5 so far in the book in this one. 50-49 New York. Jalen Brunson, he's got some good shot making tonight. Leads the way. 18 points, top score in a game. That's on 7 for 12 shooting. And this is a really good sign for New York because they are a second-half team for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson, he just keeps on getting better and better throughout the course of the game, and he usually takes over either in the third quarter or the fourth quarter. So right now, Brooklyn is in trouble. If they can't get any answers offensively, it's going to get tougher and tougher throughout the course of this night for the Nets right now. 13 by Randall. OG tonight with just 2 so far. He's played 16 minutes by OG. And then 4 by Jericho Sims, 3 by DiVincenzo. So not really much of a firepower punch there besides Brunson and Randall both in double figure scoring. Everybody else in single digits. But either way, for Brooklyn, you got 2 players in double digits as well. Mikal Bridges, he leads the way with 15. Cam Johnson's got 11. Johnson had a quick 11, hasn't scored ever since the 6-minute mark left to go in the first. Basically, he scored all his points basically within the first 5+ minutes of the first quarter for Cam Johnson. And then after that, 8 points off the bench by Cam Thomas tonight. First half went by pretty quick, though. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified for the next stream I plan on covering, for future live streams there too. Tomorrow night I plan on being back covering Auburn against Alabama for college basketball. So if you guys would like to join on for that, feel free to do so. That should be a good game tomorrow. Yep. Brick after brick after brick. And then also looking forward to the Celtics Heat on Thursday. That should be a great game. And Terry Rozier, he potentially could be playing as early as tomorrow. Miami has a game tomorrow, and then they are hosting Boston off a back-to-back on Thursday, the day after. Yeah, this has been a poor shooting game tonight. 43% for New York, 39% for Brooklyn right now. Turnovers aplenty too. 7 turnovers by New York, 6 by Brooklyn in the first half. All right, other games going on tonight in the association. Denver Nuggets, with 5 minutes left to go in the third, have taken the lead over the Pacers. It's 82-75 Denver, part of a 28-13 third quarter run by Denver. New Orleans leading Utah right now. Start of second quarter, 34-30 for the Pelicans. And then the Thunder up by 10 at the end of one over the Blazers tonight, 38-28. Only 5 games going on in the NBA. This is 1 out of the 5. The Lakers take on the Clippers later tonight in the final game of the NBA. And then college basketball games going on currently here. Holy smokes, South Carolina is legit. Yeah, I could have told you that one. They get the head coach from Chattanooga, Lamont Paris. They are a top 30 ranked defense in college basketball. They get a 15-3 record for a reason, and somehow they are unranked for South Carolina. They picked the wrong team to be ranked the past couple weeks, picking Ole Miss to be ranked when they are big frauds and haven't played anybody. But yeah, this South Carolina team needs to get up there in the rankings. They are destroying Kentucky tonight. The score right now is 62-46 with under 7 minutes left to go. This South Carolina team is legit. They got tough, physical dudes on that squad. I'm going to see if I can switch around, see some of the scores for college basketball right now. So, what's cool about YouTube TV here is that, so they got a multi-view watcher on YouTube TV. So that's what I wasn't able to access in when I had my old provider in Sling. I could watch multiple games on my TV screen over on YouTube TV. So I could choose what I want to watch for the combined games right now. I could watch up to 4 games at once, which that's going to be handy come tournament time for me. So instead of looking at my computer updating scores during the tournament, I'll be able to make sure to like let you guys know what's going on the screen as well when we get to like a timeout of a certain game in the tournament. But let's see here what we got. I'm going to put it on a quad view and then let you guys know what we got going on over here. So South Carolina's leading Kentucky 64-46 right now with under 7 left to go. Duke leading Louisville. That's too close for comfort right now. 65-56. It's a 9-point Duke lead with 8:20 remaining against Louisville. And then Texas taking on Oklahoma in their game. They're highlighting Max Asmus right now. So they're coming back in. But also we do have a final score from that Butler game here that I'll get to too. So a couple final scores already. Dayton won on the road at LaSalle 66-54. Butler, huge win over Georgetown tonight 90-66. And right now Texas is leading Oklahoma in a road game for Texas 60-54. So a lot of good games going on. South Carolina is blowing the doors off Kentucky 66-46 right now with around 5.5 left to go. South Carolina. And also, Florida State's playing Syracuse. And Syracuse is bubble. The Syracuse up by 1. Still plenty of time left to go in that game for Syracuse. It's 54-53. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, what if Big Blue has an off-shooting game and can't figure out their shot? They're in trouble. And tonight, that's what's happening to Big Blue. They're really struggling to find their shot. They're number 1 in the nation in offense, but when it comes down to total defense, they're in the 300s. And that is very concerning right there to me for Big Blue. Really concerning because they got so much firepower on their team. But the thing is that if you run into a defensive juggernaut in the tournament, like a physical defensive juggernaut team, they could really be in for a field day against you, like Princeton last year against Arizona. Doesn't matter if you got the number 1 offense in all college basketball. Princeton just slowed down that game. They had a top 5 defense, and those are some of the things that I'm going to look at. Yeah, right now at halftime, I'll dig in and I'll let you guys know like NCAA basketball defenses and see if there's any potential sleeper teams in there. I believe McNeese State is inside the top 5 for total defense, but I'll let you guys know some of the top defenses here for college basketball because these might be teams that might be like 15, 14, 13 seeds that could be sleepers or so. So what they got for scoring defense: Houston, number 1. Virginia's 2. They got a lot of work to get to the bracket. North Texas is 3. But those two, who's 2 and 3, also lines up with their tempo. They got the 2 of the slowest tempo offenses in college hoops. Virginia, North Texas, same as St. Mary's. St. Mary's is 4. And then Iowa State has got a really good defense this year. They're number 5, but the key about Iowa State for them this year is also their offense is miles better than what it was the previous 2 years, which is scary right now because nobody's talking about Iowa State, and their offense is much, much better than what it was the previous couple seasons, which they made it to the Sweet 16 2 years ago, lost against Miami in that Sweet 16 game with a top 10 defense at the time, and they still got a top 10 defense. It's just the scoring is miles better for what it was. In that grouping is McNeese State at number 6 for defenses for college basketball. That's definitely a team to keep your eye out on for the tournament. They're led by Will Wade, the former head coach for LSU. It would be sad if we don't see them. They would probably need to win their conference tournament, but I think 3 losses would probably get them in, most likely, from McNeese State. Right now, they're receiving 1 vote in the AP poll rankings. And then here's a couple others that I'm going to say right here. Top defenses. Number 12 is Appalachian State. This team is capable of pulling off an upset. They upset Auburn earlier on in non-conference play, so that really just sticks out as a team that can pull off a big upset. In the bracket would be App State if they win their conference tournament. They rank number 12 right now in total defense. Princeton, which they pulled off that upset against Arizona last year. Watch out for Princeton once again this year. They are rolling, and a lot of people want to discount the Ivy League, but they are rolling right now. And then if there's a long shot, I would go with Drexel. If there's a long shot at like a 15-14 upset over a 3. And if there's a 3 or a 2 that gets upset in the first round, it's either going to be Arizona or Wisconsin. And right now, Wisconsin is on the ropes. 57-57, 103 left to go. Wisconsin taking on Minnesota in the final minute remaining. Wisconsin right now is on the ropes in this game. And by the way, for Minnesota, if they win this, it's like, do they get put in the bracket for Minnesota? And just chaos going on here in the bracket this season. And I think Minnesota's got work to do for them, but wow. Minnesota tied up with Wisconsin into the final minute there. So that's a huge game going on. I'm going to see if I can get like a combo stream to let you guys know about all these games going on at the moment here. So Texas, Oklahoma. Yeah, I'll get Texas, Oklahoma up here alongside with Kentucky, South Carolina, Wisconsin, Minnesota, which is the next game that's going to finish. Yeah, Princeton. And they lost a bunch of seniors, though, for Princeton, for them. But still, they are, they've got some really good wins for them this year from how they've been playing. And then on the other side, there's always like a scoring offense or so that comes out, chucks up threes, and just derails the defense. So Kentucky right now has got the number 1 offense. Right behind Kentucky is Samford, who Samford has won. I don't remember their win streak, so I'm not going to quote it, but it's a lot. They've won double-digit games in a row for Samford right now. I believe they lost just 2 games this season out of the SoCon, and ever since like early November, they have won every single game ever since for Samford. But right now, they're the top scoring team in the nation. Obviously, you're going to want to pick that team when they play against a horrendous defense or something. So it all depends about the matchup. Samford might get thrown in as a 12 seed. If so, they might get matched up. I see them in some of the brackets matched up with a 5 being Iowa State, and that would be a really difficult matchup for them because Iowa State crushed Iowa earlier on, and Iowa has a top 5 offense for them. So that's like a fade game there. That team looks like an Oral Roberts team from a couple years ago. All depends if the team that they're playing is terrible at defense, then I'd pick Samford there to win that game, but probably not when you go up against an elite defense there because they played a super easy schedule for them. That's the only thing. Yeah, Indiana State's in that grouping because Joe talks about Indiana State a lot. They get a top 10 offense right now for them. They get a really good record. That's another team to consider. They're super efficient. I believe they lead the nation in efficiency this season for them. Do I play MLB The Show? I actually haven't for MLB The Show. I have like throwback video games like back from like the late early and late 2000s. So I don't have like anything recently. Sorry about that. See if we can get them back. Yeah, I don't even remember when they've been to the tournament. I don't think Samford. I don't know if they've been to the tournament before for an MLC. That's a good to check in. They've appeared twice in the NCAA tournament. Yeah, I don't recently remember them. So they appeared twice in 1999 and 2000. So back-to-back years, they lost both of those games as a 14 and a 13. That was a quick halftime. Alright, so that was a quick halftime. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in and being a part here in the stream. We're about to get ready for the second half. And we'll keep you guys posted with other scores going on throughout the course of hoops tonight. And this one here. Here we go. Back to action. Bridges, jumper, free throw circle, drills it. Good start for Brooklyn there. Right with a 2, right out of the gate to begin. New York with possession. Jalen Brunson, the top scorer so far. Moves it off to Randall. 18 points by Brunson. Randall backs his way mid-block. Randall turn around over Finney-Smith. Rattles out. No good. It was halfway down. They got picked up on the rebound by Cam Johnson. Brooklyn by 1. Looking to add to it. Johnson, deep 2. Missed off the mark. No good. A rebound tip back over to Johnson. Johnson underneath. Fires the pass. Goes out to the left corner. Bridges with a 3. Swoosh. He drills it. It's a 4-point lead for Brooklyn. 5-zip start here for the Nets. Mikal Bridges up to 20. Skywave, welcome in. Thanks for joining back in. First minute of action in the third quarter. DiVincenzo lobs it over to Randall, but it will go out of bounds. It's a turnover there committed by New York. Hand off to Bridges. Bridges swings it out to the right wing. Finney-Smith gets past one defender with DiVincenzo. Drives the rim. No good. The putback's there, though. For 2, that is Nick Claxton off the putback. 11-6 offensive rebounds in favor of Brooklyn. And that's key because New York's been one of the top teams in the NBA offensive rebounding-wise this season. Jalen Brunson, scoop score, up and in off the backboard with a left-handed layup. He's doing everything right now for his team. Up to 20 for Brunson. 20 by Bridges. Looking for more. Takes the 3. Makes the 3 from downtown by Bridges. A laser right there from downtown. He's got 8 this quarter. Not even 2 minutes into action for Bridges. Randall. Hand off to DiVincenzo. Slides it off to his right to Brunson. This is where Brunson and Bridges going to look to go off and duel against each other in the second half. Brunson tried to thread the needle. Pass broken up, intercepted by Brooklyn. Brooklyn for their largest lead here in the game, looking for it. Outside it goes to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie looking to see if he can start to get going. Finney-Smith moves it off to Dinwiddie. Dribbles. Drives. Up at the low block. Dinwiddie bounce pass underneath. Stolen right back. Anunoby came up with a steal. Andre, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, man. Been a really good game tonight here. Turning the corner. Brunson floats the pass underneath. They scored a bucket with Jericho Sims for 2. 5-point game right now. Great dish there by Brunson with an assist. What's good? I'm on the channel. Welcome in from Germany. Thanks for stopping by. Been a really good game so far tonight. A reach and follow picked up on the floor here. Charged to Anunoby. So the clock will stop here with 9:03. So if you guys are just joining us right now, we just started off the second half of action. Mikal Bridges He's got 23 points right now, 11 points in this third quarter alone, and we're not even 3 minutes into the third quarter. And then Jalen Brunson with 20. Could very well look like Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray duel like 4 years ago in the playoffs if these two guys keep on going at it here in the second half. Missed three from the corner, no good by Brooklyn with Finney-Smith. Kick to the right corner, right baseline dribble, OG underneath. OG slides it across the floor to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo inside the key with the right hand, got it. Able to scoop it up, and he's able to lay it up and in. I got you right there. Yeah, I thought so. So, now I know his name. So, Dominic McCrab, welcome back to the stream here. As, looks like I finally, able to see that, we got a Mon here on the channel. Here's a three, rattles it in. That's good. Cam Johnson, out to a excellent start for him tonight. Just buried down the triple. Brooklyn 9 for 26 from 3. New York 4 for 12. I was talking about how stone cold they were at one point from 3-point range. They couldn't get anything going. They were 5 for 21. Yeah, they keep on making threes lately. They were 5 for 21, and now they're 4 out of their previous 5 from 3 ever since. There goes Cam Johnson to the hole. Scores for 2 with a layup. And going downhill in this game. Driving, attacking on the Knicks defense. Finding something right now. Cam Johnson, 16 points. Mikal Bridges with 23. Those two guys balling out. The only two players in double figures right now tonight for Brooklyn and scoring. Nick Claxton has 13 rebounds. 6 of those are offensive boards. As we head over to the timeout. 7:48 now. Left to go in the third. Wow, this has turned out to be an excellent game tonight. Alright, so right now, if you guys are new in the stream, feel free to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. Right now, since we're on a brief media timeout here, I'm going to let you guys know about a couple links down in the description below this video. Feel free to check them out. If anybody's interested in becoming a channel member here for my channel, I just posted the channel memberships. They're as low as $1.99 per month for the US dollar rate per month, and that gets you special shout-outs at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. For channel members, that link is posted in the description of this video. I just posted the link into the chat there as well for shoutouts for channel members. Feel free to check out the merchandise we have on for the channel also. That merchandise link is in the description of this video. A lot of cool stuff over there on the merchandise site. Short sleeve shirts, iPhone cases, pillows, stickers, sweatshirts. And then I got my Twitter link at BehindTheArc14. Where I have my link over there on the X, along with a Discord link. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the Discord. All those links are posted between memberships, merchandise, Twitter, on the X, and Discord. All those links are posted in the description of this video. Yeah, no problem. That's awesome. So, oh, I got you right there. I'm on St. Calvin Sanders. Yep. For Detroit Lions. Yep. What a run. That would be something if they're able to make it to the Super Bowl. A lot of critical games here in college basketball tonight coming down to the wire. Looks like we got a reported final score for that Wisconsin game right now. So here we go. Wow. Wisconsin beat Minnesota. They came back and they won. Wow. 61-59 the final score for Wisconsin. Nebraska beat Ohio State 83-69. So we see some division right there between the Big Ten, where Ohio State's not looking like they're going to be in the tournament. Nebraska just separated themselves as a tournament team right now for them. They won in a bubble matchup by double digits against Ohio State. Yikes, not going so hot for Syracuse. A home game, and they're down by 14. 76-62. Florida State leading Syracuse. Syracuse was on the bubble. Duke up over Louisville by 11, under 4 minutes left to play, 74-63. Oklahoma having a tough night tonight against Texas. That game belongs to Texas tonight, 73-58, with 3 minutes left to go. Here we go. We got 7:40 left to play in the third. Brooklyn up by 6. DiVincenzo laces up a 3, splashes. He sinks it. 3-point game now coming back from the timeouts. The Nets with their 5 on the floor. Dinwiddie, Claxton, Johnson, Bridges, and then Finney-Smith. Bridges, edge of the midcourt logo. He's guarded by Brunson. Dribbles towards the right now. Double teamed out to the left corner. Moves it off to Johnson. Catching fire 3, a laser. Right through the middle. That is good for a trifecta there from the outside for Cam Johnson. 19 now by Johnson. Sims, handoff Anunoby. Thought about a step back, floats the pass, deflected, broken up, and gets intercepted here by Brooklyn. Up the floor for the Nets with Cam Johnson, rejected out of bounds. OG Anunoby coming up right there with a big shot block. Wow, massive win for South Carolina. Thanks for the update there, Alex. So South Carolina limits Kentucky, the #1 scoring team in the nation, to 62 tonight. Gotta take note of that one for my bracket. Wow. South Carolina. Yeah, looking like they could be poised to make a deep run, potentially, for them. I don't know how in the world they're not ranked for them. Randall backs his way, kick out left corner. Anunoby takes the 3 and missed it, as it's going to be called offensive foul. Picked up by New York. Yeah, it's littered with a bunch of really good teams in there in the Big 12 and the Big East. The SEC, too. SEC's got a couple teams that can really make it deep. Dennis Smith Jr. drives downhill to the rim, missed the open layup, tipped up. Brunson came up with a rebound, deflected out of bounds by Brooklyn. Yo, what in the world? South Carolina is not even... They're not even receiving votes for South Carolina. That's ridiculous. New York just scored. A record that good as a Power 5 at 15-3. And they're not even receiving votes. That is unreal. Bridges splashes the 3. 70-63. Neither on the AP or the coaches poll. They're just not there. Like, they got a better record as a P5 than a group of Mountain West schools and Gonzaga, which have more losses than them that are ranked or at least receiving votes. And then, yeah, they got the same amount of losses as Colorado State and New Mexico, who are the last 2 teams in the top 25. They got fewer losses than Florida Atlantic, which is looking like a monster fraud this year. I don't know how in the world they're right now pulling a ranking in the top 25 at this point for FAU. They got taken to overtime against a team with a 7-14 record over on the weekend. Down low, Smith got it stripped out of bounds. It will stay Brooklyn ball here. Inbound for Brooklyn. Finney-Smith moves it on top, off to Bridges now. Bridges handoff back to Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Lost it, turned it over. OG comes out with a steal. 2-on-1 up the floor. And OG got the shot swatted away. Going on transition. It's going to stay in New York basketball here upcoming. Smith. Actually, they got him on a shot attempt, so this will be free throws here. So free throws coming up at the line, 2 of them off the foul. Yeah, I thought I saw, like, I thought South Carolina was in there, I swear, in the rankings, but they're not. That's because Ole Miss kept on taking up spots in the rankings throughout the previous couple of weeks or so, and they got bounced out. Yeah. So I don't get why they're not there. They beat. I have to see if Grand Canyon is on that list for receiving votes, because if so, that's just sad. They beat Grand Canyon in the non-conference game. Grand Canyon's having a really good season this year for them. Jumper deep two, swoosh. And Brooklyn able to respond right back, 72 to 65 right now. 4.5 under left to go here to third. Here's a three launched by DiVincenzo. Drills it. Score start to pick up right now, keeping themselves in it for New York. DiVincenzo's up to double figures with 11. Smith puts it at the top of the key into the hands of Claxton. Claxton moves it off to Smith, dribbles up, spin move, free throw circle inside, and going the other way. Offensive foul. So Smith runs over Jalen Brunson inside the key. Brunson takes the charge. This will go back to the Knicks. Yeah, Grand Canyon is receiving 5 votes. Same as Michigan State, who's receiving 3 votes for a team that's 11-7. And then St. Mary's, who had a horrendous start to this season, is receiving votes. Those are some of the teams that's receiving votes over South Carolina at this point. Ole Miss, which both Ole Miss and South Carolina basically have identical records for them, and we're seeing that one of them is not that good lately, and it's not South Carolina. Backdoor layup made by Bridges. He's got 13 in this quarter right now, 28 total in the game. Randall at the right wing perimeter, backs his way on Bridges, slides over to the left wing. DiVincenzo launches a three, missed off the rim short. And Dennis Smith Jr. picks up the defensive rebound. Look at the push tempo here for Brooklyn. Smith dumps it off down low. They stumbled with it, Finney Smith. And it's going to be called a loose ball foul here, picked up by New York on the floor. So the clock will stop with 3:12. It's charged to Josh Hart here on the court. Hey, there we go. George Mason. So, looking for George Mason to make some noise. Santa Clara, yep. Santa Clara beat Gonzaga in the first game this year. Indiana State definitely. They look really good this year for Indiana State. I think there could be 2 legitimate teams if they keep it up in the Missouri Valley between Drake and Indiana State. As we get a turnover here by Brooklyn in transition. New York up the floor, and a foul picked up reaching in by Brooklyn in transition. I believe it's going to be free throws upcoming here at the line. So Julius Randle at the free throw line. He'll shoot one, part of a transition take foul picked up, charged to Brooklyn. The free throw is good. Defensive battle between these two teams. Hasn't been a good shooting night. 45% tonight for Brooklyn, 47% for New York. The scoring has picked up, though, in this third quarter compared to the previous ones. 5-point game. Randall at the top of the key. He's got 14. Leading scores Brunson with 24. Randall backs his way at the free throw circle. Randall, fall away, takes the jumper, missed off the mark, no good. Claxton secures the defensive rebound. Under 3 minutes left to go in the third. Claxton, bounce pass right corner into the hands Finney Smith. Back outside, goes over to Cam Thomas. Thomas, crossover, working his way on Randall. Step back jumper, deep two, 18-footer. Off the rim, no good. A rebound secured by New York. The Knicks go for a full court outlet. Brunson ahead of the pack. Over to Randall, scores up and through. Got the bucket. Nice little outlet right there off the entry pass. And Brooklyn, with the Nets mistiming their jump, looking for the interception where Randall was left wide open at the rim. 3-point lead for the Nets. Finney-Smith off the up fake. Sends it off to Thomas. Back outside, Finney-Smith. At the left wing. 5 in the shot clock. Finney-Smith rises for the 3. And he sinks it. That's a big-time triple right there for the Nets to go up 77-71. That's actually Mikal Bridges who made the 3 off the Finney-Smith assist. He's got 31 now for Bridges. Minute 50 left to go. Third quarter, Brunson lost the handle, turned it over, up the floor here, going quickly, attacking to the rim, soaring up with a two-handed flush. It is Dennis Smith Jr. with a dunk, and Brooklyn takes a 8-point lead as the Knicks burn a timeout. 79-71. Right now, the Brooklyn Nets trying to get themselves back in front of that play-in cutoff line. Right now, just a half game behind of 10th place in the East at the moment as we take the timeouts. This has turned out to be a really good game tonight here. Turnovers, though. A lot of turnovers. That's the 13th turnover tonight for New York. Yeah, that is something right there. Wow. So, Michigan State, Indiana State, that's right. Between Magic and Bird. Hey, Christian, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. The crazy part about this tournament is that if they keep it up on the pace they're going, Indiana State might get seeded to play against Illinois in the first round, which would be wild for a matchup there. Mikal Bridges going off right now. He's got 31 on 7 made threes tonight by Bridges. He is in the zone. It wasn't too long ago where I was talking that Brooklyn was bricking shot after shot at one point in this game. They were 5 for 21 at one point from 3-point range. Ever since, they have been 7 for 8 from 3. That's wild. Like, they were stone cold in the second quarter, and they've turned it up here in the third. 30-21, the third quarter box score in favor of Brooklyn right now. Yeah, so that it's just crazy that Adrian Griffin got fired today with a record of 30-13, tied for the second best team in the NBA, and he got fired. I feel like I don't know what else you can change there. I feel like that's on the players because you made that big Damian Lillard trade, but sacrificed so much for your defense to trade away Drew Holiday. So I feel like that's more of a players issue right there, and I don't know how you're gonna fix it. Pacers lead the Nuggets 103-102 with under 4 minutes left to go in that game. So a lot of good games going on right now. Jokic has a triple-double, 23 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. Pelicans crushing the Jazz at halftime tonight, 77-59. And then the Blazers, they got blown out by 62 the last time they met the Thunder a couple weeks ago. Right now the Blazers are leading by 8 at OKC, 66-58. Texas just beat Oklahoma 75-60 in a road victory for the Longhorns. Yikes, this would go down as a bad loss for Creighton. Xavier leading Creighton 33-28 in the first half. Games that's gone final. Wisconsin beat Minnesota 61-59. Florida State beat Syracuse by a lot, 85-69. So there goes Syracuse's bubble chances as Brooklyn gets the bucket. This is the first double-digit lead of the game right now. Randall has it now at the left elbow, backs his way over to the free throw circle, swings it out left corner off to Grimes. Grimes lobs it over to Randall. Randall inside the key, takes the jumper, mid-range, got the bounce. It's good for 2 for Julius Randle. Nets with possession. 8-point advantage here for Brooklyn. Mikal Bridges at the left wing perimeter. Spin move, dribbles towards his right. Bridges elevates for the J. Makes it for 2 more. Oh, what a game tonight by Mikal Bridges. Just keeps it going. The final 30 seconds as we're about to approach it here to close out the third quarter. And Randall answers with a 3. Scoring really picked up in this quarter. 83-76 right now. Randall's got 21. Cam Thomas, 5-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out the third. Sends it off to his right, Finney-Smith. Back into the hands to Thomas. Thomas dribbles up. Thomas drives downhill inside. And he got the layup to drop. What a move right there. Straight to the cup by Cam Thomas for 2. 9-point advantage. Final possession here in the third. 5 seconds left to go. Crossing midcourt. Randall. And a foul to give picked up by Brooklyn. It gets charged to Bridges. Man, Mikal Bridges been on his game tonight. 33 on 13 for 21 shooting, 7 for 10 from the perimeter. Tonight by Bridges with 5 assists, 0 turnovers. Those turnovers right now are crushing New York tonight. They turned it over 12 total times in this game. The Knicks will get the inbound here in the final 3 seconds. New York out to the top. They'll take the 3 at the buzzer. Hart, no good. Skipped around the rim and out. And we close out at the end of the third quarter. Brooklyn looking to bounce back tonight as they lead 85-76 over New York in the Barclays Center. All right, 3 quarters in the books right now. If you guys are new in the stream, feel free to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams I cover. I cover basketball action on the channel, play-by-play, NBA, also college hoops as well. Mikal Bridges went a monster night tonight with 33. Pacers leading the Nuggets still, 103-102, with 3:18 left to go. So right now we're just in a timeout. I'd like to give you guys a little bit of a promo here for my channel. So recently I switched over to YouTube TV so I could access all the channels here for Behind Your Basketball to cover play-by-play here of basketball action. If you're looking for an excellent TV provider or if you're looking for a TV provider to subscribe to, feel free to subscribe over to YouTube TV. If you do, you would save a great deal. Right now, on my YouTube TV Refer a Friend link, you would save $116 on your first 3 months of YouTube TV. So feel free to check out this latest offer at the bottom right part of the screen. All you have to do is scan the QR code, or you can click my YouTube TV Refer a Friend link in the description of this video. YouTube TV offers more than 100 plus live channels. That includes NBA TV, ESPN, TNT, the NFL Network, the Big Ten Network, ACC Network, and also many other channels as well, 100 plus on YouTube TV to catch all the live sports action. The link is in the QR code. It's also pinned to the chat, and it's also posted in the description of this video for my YouTube TV Refer a Friend link. It's available in the United States only. No contract or hidden fees. You can cancel anytime. Limited time offer for YouTube TV where you'll be able to save $116 on your first 3 months of YouTube TV. All right, so coming up here for the fourth quarter in just a moment. Yeah, so South Carolina destroyed Kentucky tonight. First of all, I can't even believe that they weren't receiving votes to begin with. That's crazy. 15-3. Power 5 school, and they weren't receiving votes. I don't get that. Here we go. We start off the fourth quarter. Brooklyn up by 9. New York with a possession. Josh Hart on the floor with Miles McBride. Precious Achiuwa. Also, OG is out there as well. The floater missed off the front rim. No good by Hart. And it goes right back to Brooklyn here. Up the floor with Smith for Brooklyn. Dennis Smith Jr. on the court with Cam Thomas, Royce O'Neal, Nick Claxton, and Lonnie Walker the fourth. The lob over the top went directly behind Nick Claxton as they mistimed the lob. Knicks came up with the basketball off the steal. New York with it, passing off to the trailer. OG down the lane, blocked the first time, second time, no good. The tip in on the third time, able to go through. It's good for 2. 85-78 right now, as we're down to 11 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Brooklyn with a possession. Dribbling up to the right elbow, outside to the corner. Here's a 3. Lonnie missed off the rim, no good. A rebound secured by Achiuwa. New York will slow it down. Josh Hart down by 7. Looking to get his team right back into it. Fires the pass, top of the key. McBride missed the 3 as it skipped around the rim and out. And Brooklyn once again will slow down tempo. Cam Thomas dribbles, drives, attacks, floats up the shot. Swoosh! He has got it for 2 by Cam Thomas. Good move right there, down to the low block, up to 14 tonight on 60% shooting by Thomas. New York with a possession. McBride, shake and bake, dribbles up to the key, elevates for the J over Thomas, connects on it. Right back with the answer there by Miles McBride with a jumper. 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Brooklyn with a possession at the right wing perimeter. Lonnie Walker gives it over to Claxton on the outside. Driving right with Cam Thomas, circles around, pass off the roll down. Claxton off the glass, no good. A rebound secured here by the Knicks. They look to push tempo. McBride shooting onto the pack. Dish over to Hart. Kick out to the wing. Grimes outside McBride. Out to the top of the key. Open 3 in the air. No good by Precious Achiuwa. Brooklyn came up with a defensive rebound. Just had a good look, but couldn't convert on the 3 ball from the top of the key. Cam Thomas drives, swings it out to the wing. Up fake O'Neal. Sidestep to his left, out to the top. Thomas catching fire. Takes it. Missed off the rim, no good. A rebound secured here by New York. Knicks up the floor. Kick out to the wing. Up fake. OG at the low block. Floats the pass across the floor. Open 3 McBride. Oh, he hits it. Miles McBride makes it. It is good for the 3 ball. 87-83. Timeout taken to the floor by Brooklyn. With 9:04 left to go in the fourth quarter, we get a 4-point game, 87-83. This is a good one tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell. If you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams, I cover basketball action here on the channel. I cover play-by-play, NBA, also college hoops as well. Feel free to let us know out in the chat who you guys got tonight in this game too. Knicks or Nets. This has been an excellent game. Nick Claxton, by the way, he's got himself 16 rebounds tonight for Claxton. 33 by Mikal Bridges, 19 by Cam Johnson, 14 by Cam Thomas. Those are the top 3 scores tonight for Brooklyn. Top 3 scores tonight, double figures for New York. Look like this. 24 by Brunson, 21 by Randall, 11 by DiVincenzo. Nuggets lead the Pacers 111-107 with 33 seconds left to go. And the Pelicans up over the Jazz right now, 87-70 with under 10 minutes left to go in the third. The Blazers start the third quarter leading the Thunder 69-62. So yeah, that South Carolina team is now 16-3. They came into today's games. They won against Grand Canyon, which is receiving 5 votes. Their 2 losses, or 3 losses, were against Clemson in a road game by 5, 72-67. They lost at Alabama by a bunch. That's probably why they're out of the rankings, because they got destroyed at Alabama 74-47. And then they lost a home game against Georgia last Tuesday 74-69. So they probably got taken out of those rankings because they lost against Georgia. But, I mean, Georgia's not that bad this year. They beat Arkansas by 13 in a road game at Arkansas on Saturday. And then they just beat Kentucky by 79-62. So Alabama in a road game, Clemson in a road game, and Georgia, which Georgia isn't even that bad here, everybody. They're 13-5. They're currently 6th in the SEC. They're going to be playing LSU tomorrow for Georgia. Yeah, this whole conference will have to get sorted out. We might be seeing Georgia potentially move into the field sometime before March. Back to action. 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. 4-point game. Brooklyn with a possession. Dinwiddie swings it on top over to Bridges. Back outside. Here's a 3-step back. Swoosh. That's good by Lonnie Walker, who drills the 3 ball. 90-83 right now. New York with a possession. Top of the key, OG. Anunoby, 10 on the shot clock. Takes the 3 over Finney-Smith. Missed off the rim, no good. Tipped up, and we got a loose ball foul picked up on the floor. Charge to Brooklyn. Oh, jeez. That's terrible. Yikes, that is terrible. So I didn't hear about that specific one. I heard that, like, multiple people, from a report last week, I heard that dozens of people had, like, hypothermia or frostbite from that first Chiefs playoff game that they played against the Dolphins. I heard about that, but I didn't hear about the watch party. That's terrible there. Welcome back, SG, in the stream. Thanks for joining in once again, man. It's a driving layup just a moment ago by New York to cut into the Brooklyn lead. .803 left to go. Quarter 3. It's good. Brooklyn dials one up and they deliver from the outside. 13 of 32 from 3-point range. The Knicks tonight just 8 of 22. McBride at the left wing. Dribbles towards his left. McBride in the corner, working on O'Neal. Shovels it out top of the key off to OG. OG backs his way now inside the key. OG elevates for the J. Connects on it. OG on Anunoby. Big 2 there with 7:30 left to play. These 3s, though, for Brooklyn right now have been outweighing the 2s as of late for New York. They will slow it down for the Nets. Cam Thomas sends it on top. Finney-Smith moves now to the left wing. Turning the corner, Lonnie Walker has it top of the free throw circle. Lonnie rises for the J. Drills the 2. Lonnie Walker, 18-foot straightaway, connects on it. 95-87, approaching 7 minutes left to go right now. New York looking to provide the answer offensively. McBride, top of the key off the up fig. Slides it off to his teammate. OG slices defenders, takes it to the cup. Couldn't finish, but got fouled. And OG on Anunoby here will shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. As he got fouled by Dennis Smith Jr. So 2 shots here upcoming. 6:56 left to go. First one's good. This has been an excellent game tonight. If you guys enjoyed the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Make sure to ring that notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams. And let us know out in the chat who you guys are rooting for tonight here, Knicks or Nets. Feel free to vote if you haven't already done so. Second free throw is good. 95 to 89 as we're down to 6:50. Approaching the mark left to go in the fourth quarter. Smith floats the pass top of the key over to Finney-Smith. Hands it off now to Lonnie Walker. Walker, step back three in the air straight away. Off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound directly to O'Neal to the top. They'll dish it out to the wing. Bridges back into the game. Takes the three. Missed off the rim, no good though. And the rebound secured by Anunoby. Knicks looking to cut into it right now. A 3 for a 1 possession game. A 2 to draw within 4. Brunson, crossover, attacks the paint inside the lane. Missed the layup, but he gets fouled. And Jalen Brunson coming up will shoot 2 at the free throw line as we're down to 6:22 left to go. It's been a battle tonight between Brunson and Bridges tonight against each other. Brunson with 25. Bridges has got 33. Ten for 16 tonight. Perfect. 3 for 3 at the free throw line for Brunson. Brunson will shoot 2 here at the line. The first one's good. This has been an excellent game between these two teams tonight. Feel free to join me back in tomorrow. I plan on being back for college hoops action tomorrow night. That'll be Auburn taking on Alabama at 7:30 p.m. Next NBA stream will be on Thursday. Celtics taking on the Heat. Free throw number 2. It's good by Brunson. 26 points by Jalen Brunson. 6:22 left to go. Brooklyn left to right on the floor with the basketball. O'Neal, Bridges, Finney-Smith, Lonnie Walker, and also Dennis Smith Jr. That's the 5 on the floor currently for Brooklyn. Smith Jr. moves it out to the right wing. Finney-Smith tries a 3. Missed off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Randall. New York with their 5 on the floor. Brunson, Randall, Achua, Grimes, and Hart. Here's a 3 by Brunson. Right to the shoot, delivers. Bang, bang by Jalen Brunson. It's only a 1-point game. 95-94. Timeout taken on the floor by Brooklyn. Jalen Brunson getting it going right now. Actually, they just stopped the time of the clock, but there was no timeout taken by Brooklyn, so they're going to play on. According to Jock Vaughn here, they will still play on, and Brooklyn able to take it to the rim with Dennis Smith Jr. scored a layup. Yeah, they had paused the clock for quite a bit of time. I thought they were going to go directly into a timeout, so they had the cameras panned over there, but no, as they will keep on playing here. Under 5.5 left to play. Brunson, top of the key, looking for the tie, takes the 3. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Brooklyn. Up the floor it goes to O'Neal. O'Neal sends it out the top of the key. Smith, and he got called into travel. It's a turnover there, up and down by Dennis Smith Jr. for Brooklyn. They will go back to New York. And now, will we? No, we will not have that timeout just yet. Should have taken that jump shot right there if you're Smith. Instead, he went up and down with a basketball. Decided to go halfway into an up fake as he went into a jump shot motion too. David, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like for this one. Type it in. Knicks or Nets. Let's go, everybody. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so. Down the home stretch of this game. 5:10 left to go. Here's a 3 for the tie. Josh Hart around the rim and now tipped off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound by Achua. Quarter 3 Grimes. Missed off the mark. Tipped up off the fingertips of Randall. And it's able to get corralled in by Bridges for Brooklyn. Bridges. Jumper. Baseline deep 2. Off the mark, no good. Both of these teams breaking up shots as the Knicks come up with a defensive board with Grimes. Up the floor, Randall attacks, shovels down there right to the rim. Throws it down with a 2-handed flush by Precious Achua. Great assist right there by Julius Randle out of transition. It's a 1-point game now with 4:35 left to go. 97-96, Brooklyn with possession. Smith slides it off to Johnson, back into the hands to Dennis Smith Jr. Sends it on top to Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson, 5 in the shot clock, dribbles towards his right, elevates for the 3. Off the glass, no good. Poor shots as a late for Brooklyn. The ball deflected on the bounce. Last touch by the Nets. It will be Knicks basketball with 4:12 left to go. And New York looking to keep it up this season. They are 9-2. in the month of January to start off 2024. They were trailing at one point by double digits in this game, and here come the Knicks. The Brooklyn Nets on the opposite side, a record of 2-9 through their first 11 games here in the new year. Brunson, dump off down low, Randall to the rim, no good. A tip in, it is there for two though. Julius Randle able to get the tip in. It's a 1-point New York lead. 98-97. If you're Brooklyn, you got to take a timeout right now. Monster run by the Knicks to get back in this game and take the lead, and they finally do. 3:57 left to go. Uh-oh, indeed. As the New York Knicks are on top right now at the Barclays Center. The Brooklyn Nets have blown a fourth quarter lead that they were up by 10 at one point. Part of a 22-12 run to start off the fourth quarter here for New York. What a game. Let's go, everybody. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams I cover. I cover basketball action on the channel, play-by-play, NBA, also college hoops as well. And thanks all so much for joining in, as this has been an excellent game tonight, coming right down to the wire. Potentially, we could see overtime. Jalen Brunson, 29 points tonight on 11 for 18 shooting. Perfect at the free throw line at 5 for 5 at the charity stripe. 23 points by Julius Randle. He's got 7 rebounds, 6 assists. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals with a block tonight by OG. 11 points by DiVincenzo. 4 of 5 starters have scored. Double figures for New York. On the other side for Brooklyn, they've got 3 players in double figures scoring. 33 by Mikal Bridges. He's made 7 threes. He's cooled off late, though, in this game. 19 by Cam Johnson. 14 by Cam Thomas. 16 rebounds by Nick Claxton. Michael, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, this has been an incredible game. It's been just physical, defensive, gritty. If you like offense, this is not the game to turn into right now. This has been just a bloodbath of a battle tonight. Both of these teams just crashing the glass against each other. Quick update for NBA final scores. We get the first final score tonight. The Nuggets, led by a triple-double by Jokic, as Denver pulls out the win on the road at Indiana. Final score 114-109 for the Nuggets as they pick up the victory. Jokic finished with 31 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. Right now, the Blazers looking to stun the Thunder tonight, 77-74. Down to 4 minutes left to go in the third in that game as Portland holds on to a 3-point lead. The Pelicans up by 15 tonight over Utah, 100-85 for New Orleans. Already some big upsets in college basketball today. Florida State upset Syracuse. South Carolina beat Kentucky by 17. Currently for games for this hour to watch out for another upset would be TCU losing at Oklahoma State. Right now, Oklahoma State leading 29-14 the first half against TCU, who's an NCAA tournament team currently in the bracket. Excellent game here. We're coming back to action, 98-97. It will be Brooklyn basketball. The Nets going left to right on the floor, under 4 minutes left to go. Bridges dribbles up, drives, kick out to the corner, catch and fire, 3 in the air. They got it. Dorian Finney-Smith drills the 3. Brooklyn takes the lead right back. Great play design to start off. Coming back from the timeout there from the Nets. The drive and the kick out to the corner. Finney-Smith, a sniper out on the floor. Missed shot. Able to clean it up, though, for New York, but they will not count it. Pushing off at the rim for the Knicks as they get called on the loose ball foul, and this will go directly back over to Brooklyn. Brooklyn up by 2, looking to stretch it right now. Dennis Smith Jr. moves it out to the wing into the hands to Johnson. Johnson, loose ball, picked up and stolen away. Stolen by Achua as it was off the fingertips of Johnson. Brunson drives, attacks. Brunson mid-range. Off the front rim, no good. Claxton secured a defensive rebound. Tough shot right there by Brunson. Tried to lean in off one foot and just shot it short. Bridges. He's got 33, floats the pass left corner, Dennis Smith Jr. outside to the top, open three, Bridges. Off the mark, no good. New York got lucky right there. He's made 7 threes tonight. He was completely wide open. Kick to the corner, DiVincenzo stays in bounds. 2:45 left to go. DiVincenzo looking to turn the corner. Kick out left corner, Achua back to DiVincenzo for the lead. Off the mark, no good. Missed the three. We got a loose ball foul on the floor. Picked up, charge to Brooklyn. 100-98. Both teams with 2 timeouts left to go. And this will be an inbound upcoming here for New York. Substitution on the floor. DiVincenzo heads towards the bench right now. Anunoby comes back into the game for the final 2:38. Inbound here for New York. Brunson at the top of the key. Calls for the pick to be set by Anunoby. Brunson dribbles towards the left wing. Takes the three. Bricked off the back rim. Long rebound. Chased back to the offense by Hart. Brunson outside to Randall. Randall step back three in the air over Finney-Smith. Oh, he hits it. Julius Randle. Bang, bang. Takes the lead for the visiting road New York Knicks. 101-100. Down to 2:08 left to play here. Top of the key, Claxton towards his left. Hands it off to Bridges with 33 points. Lobs it off right corner. Johnson, touch pass, right wing. Dennis Smith Jr. dribbles up, drives on Brunson, floats to the shot, skipped around the rim and out. It's no good. Josh Hart secures the defensive rebound. New York with it, with a 1-point lead. Randall off a nasty step back. Oh, he lost the handle, turns it over, and he gets caught with a reach-in foul. Julius Randle, the worst out of worst right there. Turnover plus the foul. Getting called in a loose ball foul. They call it the Battle of New York for a reason. Randle with a big step back, drilled a three, but then just a moment ago lost it. And knocked down Dennis Smith Jr. in the process. Brooklyn gets the inbound. 1:40 left to go right here. Dennis Smith Jr. on the floor with Claxton, Bridges, Johnson, Finney-Smith. The lob down low goes to Claxton. Claxton, hand off Bridges. Bridges low block, working off a double team. Bridges, contact, he gets fouled. And he'll shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line as he's able to draw the contact from Anunoby. What a game, everybody. But an excellent one tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, keep on smashing the thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you guys are new on the channel here. We're down to 1:28 left to go. This one might go into overtime tonight. Let us know out in the chat who you guys like tonight in this game here. Knicks or Nets, and the first free throw is no good. Missed at the line off the back rim by Bridges. 33 points tonight by Mikal Bridges. Critical miss free throw there. That's his first free throw attempt tonight that he shot. First one he missed. Second one's good. Tie game. 101-101. Knicks with the basketball. Brunson on the floor with Hart, Randall, Anunoby, and Achua. Top of the key, Brunson. Dribbles towards the left wing. Brunson controlling tempo. Dribbles. Drives right down the lane inside. Blocked from behind by Claxton. Brooklyn with it. In transition. 2-on-1 up the floor. Taking it the distance. And they got blocked from the side right there by Hart. They're going to back up in the air. Rejected. Once again, that basketball looked like it went out of bounds, but they're going to play on. New York with it to the trail. Holy smokes. Julius Randle trails to the hoop. Throws it down with a two-handed flush. Oh my goodness. Major rejection by Josh Hart, able to set up the 2-on-1 transition offense. Wow. That basketball, I swore, looked like it was going to go out of bounds. And the clock never stopped. Here's a three straight away. Finney-Smith. Oh, he didn't get enough lift on it. Missed it off the front rim. Rebound secure by Brunson. Slows it down. 2-point lead for New York with a basketball. Brunson slows down tempo. 35 seconds left. Dribbles, drives, kick to the corner. Into the hands to OG. Shovels. Into the hands to Randall. Free throw circle. Drop off down the hill to the rim. Right to the rim. Scores. Oh, baby. Josh Hart. Big time layup. puts the Knicks up by 4. And a timeout taken on the floor by Brooklyn. Major cut right there by Josh Hart to the hoop, a savior. In the previous 2 possessions, the one that saved the basketball at the baseline. Randall got the slam dunk on the trail, and then Josh Hart able to score the layup cutting to the hoop. New York with a lead. Brooklyn takes a timeout. 25 seconds remaining in this game. They call it the Battle of New York for a reason. What a game. Wow. It was a 10-point lead by Brooklyn entering this 4th quarter. What a game. Man, crushing for the Nets tonight because it looked like they had them on the ropes for a long, long time, and then New York came storming back. And Brooklyn is still searching for some key wins for them. Right now they're in 11th place just outside the play-in, so this is crushing for Brooklyn tonight on their home floor, about to drop to below 500. The New York Knicks, though, every single game that they've won this season against a team below 500, they've won. Every single game that they played, they're 18-0 against teams with a record of under 500 this year. So they've got no bad losses for them, for New York. It's just that the teams at the top, they've had a lot of struggles with. That's the difference right there for them. That's crazy. So they're 18-0 versus below 500, but they're only 8-17 against teams 500 and above for New York right now. Here we go. 25 seconds left to go. It will be an inbound for Brooklyn, down by 4. The inbound goes to Bridges. Bridges turns the corner, rises for the J. Deep 2. Got it. Mikal Bridges, big-time shot right there with 20 seconds left to go. And Brooklyn will give the follow in 19.8. 105-103. Bridges putting his team on his back tonight. He's got 36 off of that made buckets. So Jalen Brunson at the free throw line. 2 timeouts remaining for New York, 1 by Brooklyn. Brunson at the free throw line here. First one's good, as New York's now in the bonus. Big free throw upcoming for Brunson. $30 points for Jalen Brunson now tonight. Brunson, second free throw in 19.8 seconds. It's up and no good. Bricked it off the back rim. Here we go. Brooklyn with a chance to tie with a 3. 106-103 to get the basketball. Thomas, 14 seconds. Thomas moves it out on top, and the pass got broken up, but we'll have a timeout on the floor. All right, so timeout taken by Brooklyn with 10.6, as they will talk things over right now. The Nets call a full timeout. 10.6 seconds left to go as they burn the timeout on the floor. What a game between these two teams. Big Snake on the channel. Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Really appreciate you guys for being a part here on the stream tonight. Michael, Uncle Pizzle, Donovan McCrabb, Jordan, Vegas, you guys legendary here being a part of the stream once again. Let me know out in the chat who you guys like tonight in this one here. Knicks and Nets, type it in. What a game. Battle New York on national TV, living up to its hype big time tonight. Wow. And Brooklyn, throughout the most part, they shot the ball well from 3 in this game. They were streaky. They struggled early on. They got their groove in the late second and third quarter. Made 15 threes tonight. New York made 10 threes. It's just that they barely went to the free throw line for Brooklyn. Just 4 for 5 at the free throw line, whereas New York went 16 for 17 tonight at the free throw line. So here we go. Gonna need a big 3 to keep this game going on for Brooklyn. The Nets are out of timeouts. They're in the bonus. New York's got 2 timeouts left. Here we go. Inbound. Gonna be at the far side of the floor in the front courts. Brooklyn gets the inbound. The ball from Bridges pushed over to Johnson. Johnson took the 3, missed off the rim short. And it is a defensive rebound hauled in with 3 seconds left to go by Julius Randle as Randle gets fouled. So Cam Johnson off the bounce pass. Pretty good drawn up play right there. Couldn't get it though, as he missed it off the rim. Missed a game-tying 3, and the Knicks going to head to the free throw line for 2 here to seal the deal with Randall. Crushing there by Johnson. He had an excellent start tonight in this game. He was on fire, starting off in the first couple minutes tonight from 3. Julius Randle, 2 free throws. First one's good. This is going to put this game out of reach. What a comeback tonight by the Knicks. They trail by 10, entering the fourth quarter. Julius Randle made a big-time 3 to take the lead in the final 3 minutes tonight. That was basically history. The second one is good. Big shot, Julius Randle comes up clutch tonight in this matchup. Brooklyn inbounds it, but trailing by 5 as that will do it. 108-103, New York able to come from behind, and they pick up the victory tonight on the road at Brooklyn in the battle in New York. Thanks so much, everybody, for stopping by, being a part here on the channel. What a game tonight. Going down right to the wire between these two teams. And the New York Knicks, solid in the new year in 2024. They got a record of 10-2 right now in 2024. That's the second best record behind Cleveland at 8-1 for winning percentage right now in January of this month. And Brooklyn on the opposite side, just crushing, third worst record for them, in front of the Pistons and the Wizards right now in the month of January. As they are really struggling as they drop another one. Crushing loss for Brooklyn. Big time 3 by Julius Randle in the final minutes, and he got 30 points tonight. Jalen Brunson got 30 points as well. These two guys able to carry their team to victory in this game. 4 blocks by Jericho Sims in the first quarter alone. OG had 2 blocks tonight with 10 points and 5 rebounds alongside 4 steals. Great game between these two teams. Mikal Bridges put it all on the line tonight. He had 36 points. He made 7 threes by Bridges. Had a couple good looks late, but wasn't able to connect on those for Bridges, and that would have put Brooklyn up ahead. Would have allowed the Nets to take this game instead, but late in this game wasn't able to cash in on a 3, but he really just had a massive game tonight with 36. After that, 19 points by Cam Johnson. Pretty good look from him to tie it up, but he missed it from the perimeter. So we wrap up here. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in on the channel tonight. We got Lonnie Diane. Welcome in. Thanks for being a part here of the stream and finding my channel tonight for this one as we go final. 108-103. New York picks up the victory on the road at Brooklyn tonight. Thanks all so much for stopping by, being a part in the stream. We're going to wrap up for this one. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams here. As we get the channel members, we got Jason, Warren, Rajip, I Am Ghost, Russell, John, Mark, Kelly, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Derek, Sister Surround, Mario, SG Sports Talk, Ice Ice Baby, Robin, and Melinda. Thanks all for joining in and being a part in the stream for this one tonight. The New York Knicks come back from double digits. They win over the Brooklyn Nets. Final score 108-103. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.